Beyond the turbulent waters of the Tsushima Strait lies a vision so daring it defies current limits of global civil engineering. A $200 billion subterranean artery designed to weld the economies of Japan and China into a single locomotive. But beneath the sapphire surface of the sea, a nightmare of tectonic instability and crushing hydrostatic pressure awaits any intruder. To conquer this abyss, engineers must rethink structural integrity, pushing materials far beyond their theoretical breaking points. The logistics alone are staggering, moving millions of tons of granite while maintaining life support systems for thousands of workers. Every millimeter of progress requires a symphony of automated precision, where a single degree of deviation results in breach. We begin at coastal manufacturing hubs, where the sheer scale of the project is realized in casting concrete segments. These are not mere blocks. They are reinforced shells, infused with high-strength steel fibers to withstand an entire ocean. Inside automated kilns, temperature sensors monitor curing with surgical precision to prevent microscopic thermal cracking. Engineers oversee the process in silence, eyes fixed on digital readouts as robotic arms weld internal skeletons. The tolerance for error is effectively zero. Every segment must interlock to form a perfectly hermetic, watertight seal. Once perfected, these multi-ton components are loaded onto heavy-lift transport systems, heading toward the main shaft. The air here is thick with the scent of ozone and hydraulic fluid, the lifeblood of machinery piercing the seabed. Beneath the staging area, the ground vibrates with the low-frequency hum of generators capable of lighting a city. This is the threshold of the impossible, where human ambition meets the raw power of Earth's most dangerous crust. The first phase of this operation demands the establishment of artificial islands as strategic staging points in open sea. These man-made bastions serve as lungs, housing the massive ventilation systems required for deep-sea excavation. Thousands of tons of sand are reclaimed from the ocean floor, stabilized by specialized geotextiles and concrete armoring. On these platforms, engineers assemble primary gantry cranes capable of lowering sections of the tunnel boring machine. The logistics of supplying power involve subsea high-voltage cables stretching hundreds of kilometers across the shelf. Underneath waves, initial vertical shafts are sunk through layers of soft sediment until they reach solid bedrock foundations. This process uses high-pressure jet grouting to solidify surrounding earth, preventing water ingress during critical breakthroughs. Every cubic meter of excavated material is monitored for chemical composition, ensuring stability of newly created caverns. As shafts reach target depth, underground assembly chambers are carved out using precision-controlled blasting techniques. The heat can reach 40 degrees Celsius, necessitating an industrial-scale cooling plant to protect men and machines. Hydraulic jacks, each exerting thousands of kilonewtons, are positioned to support immense weights of overhanging rock. Engineers work in focused silence, checking alignment of steel support ribs with millimeter-level laser guidance systems. Vibration from the surface is dampened by earth density, leaving only the rhythmic thrum of ventilation fans. Here, at the edge of the abyss, first components of the cutter head are ready for final integration. This is where the battle against tectonic forces truly begins, one rotating tungsten tooth at a time. The integration of the cutter head represents one of the most delicate maneuvers in the assembly sequence. Precision-machined bearings, coated in synthetic lubricants, must align within a tolerance of less than 0.5 millimeters. As the main motor engages, electricity is channeled through heavy copper busbars to overcome initial static friction. The boring machine is a moving factory, stretching back nearly 200 meters into the newly carved darkness. Behind the cutter head, a sophisticated slurry system manages extraction of pulverized rock, mixing it for hydraulic transport. This constant flow of debris is monitored by gamma-ray sensors to detect changes in geological density ahead. Simultaneously, the shield's tail skin provides necessary counterpressure to prevent the surrounding seabed from collapsing inward. Every rotation of the head is coupled with automatic placement of concrete segments manufactured at the surface. Mechanical erector arms, guided by laser telemetry, lift each 10-ton block into the expanding spine of the tunnel. To ensure a permanent seal, high-pressure grout is injected into the annular gap behind concrete segments. This chemical barrier hardens within minutes, creating a monolithic structure capable of defying corrosive salt water. Logistics trains move tirelessly along temporary tracks, delivering fresh segments and removing the endless stream of muck. Technicians monitor air quality constantly, as concentrations of methane and heat can fluctuate without warning. The scale of the energy grid required here is comparable to an industrial city buried deep beneath tectonic plates. We are now moving into the deep reach zone, where hydrostatic pressure doubles, testing every weld on the hull. Penetrating deeper into oceanic crust, the machine withstands colossal weight equivalent to a mountain range pressing down. The reinforced steel shell is designed to flex slightly under load, preventing brittle fractures in the main structure. Automatic lubrication systems inject specialized polymer grease between shield and rock to minimize friction of the moving hull. Inside the main drive, planetary gearboxes translate high speed into immense torque needed to crush solid granite. Maintenance crews perform rapid inspections during brief windows when the cutter head stops for segment installation. Engineers look for signs of heat discoloration or microscopic chips on tungsten teeth that compromise boring speed. The atmosphere is a battle against dust. Specialized misting systems spray fine water to suppress dangerous silica fragments. Every spent cutter disc is replaced using robotic gantries, as components are far too heavy for manual handling. The tunnel's primary drainage system is active, pumping thousands of liters of seawater seepage back to the surface. High-capacity sensors embedded in concrete segments provide real-time data on structural stress and water pressure levels. This constant stream of telemetry is sent back to command centers via a fiber optic backbone running the length. Synchronization between forward motion and rear logistics is a masterpiece of automation and supply chain management. We are now approaching the most unstable geological fault line, where two continental plates grind against each other. Tension in the control room is palpable as the machine enters crushed rock and high-pressure geothermal pockets.
We are deep beneath the city today, where the tunnel project continues to move forward. The engineering challenges here are immense, but
Navigating through fault zones requires a radical shift, employing flexible joints capable of six-axis movement. These mechanical decouplers allow tunnel rings to slide and pivot without losing seals during seismic events. Engineers monitor strain gauges in total silence, calculating exact millimetric displacement of Earth as cutters rotate. To combat geothermal heat, specialized liquid nitrogen cooling jackets are wrapped around main bearing housings. Without this thermal management, heavy-duty lubricants vaporize, leading to catastrophic seizure of the drilling assembly. The muck removal process involves chemical neutralizing agents to stabilize acidic groundwater encountered in deep strata. Logistics crews work in 24-hour rotations, ensuring the supply of segment bolts never falters for a minute. Every single bolt is torqued to exact specifications by robotic tensioners, calibrated for intense water pressure. A secondary lining of sprayed fiber-reinforced shotcrete is applied behind the shield to provide immediate temporary support. This rapid-setting compound creates rugged crystalline bonds with raw rock, sealing off microfissures that lead to leaks. Inside the newly formed tube, air pressure is slightly elevated to act as a pneumatic barrier against gases. Technicians use ultrasonic scanners to verify density of grout injected behind segments, searching for air voids. The presence of a single void creates pressure differentials that eventually collapse walls under ocean weight. Behind primary excavation, permanent flooring slabs are cast, carrying massive conduits for high-speed rail electricity. Logistics of this underground city are staggering, requiring movement of thousands of tons through one opening. To maintain structural integrity, a dual shell system is utilized, creating an insulating air gap between layers. This internal void is constantly pressurized with inert gas to detect microscopic breaches in outer concrete. Crews of specialist divers, working from saturation habitats, monitor the external hull for biological calcification. Inside the tunnel, installation of electromagnetic guide rails begins, requiring precision alignment measured in microns. These rails are the backbone of transit, anchored by carbon fiber bolts to prevent vibration-induced fatigue. The cooling infrastructure is expanded with massive heat exchangers dumping excess thermal energy into ocean currents. Every joint in cooling pipes is X-rayed to ensure high-pressure refrigerant will not leak into air supplies. Automation engineers integrate primary AI command systems, which govern all life support and traffic functions autonomously. Specialized sensor arrays are installed every 50 meters to track tectonic shifts and adjust flexible joints. Logistics of supplying fresh concrete for secondary linings demand dedicated undersea pipelines stretching to coastal silos. This constant flow must be chemically retarded to prevent premature hardening during transit through service pipes. Quality control teams work in shifts, manually inspecting surface finishes of every segment for structural stress. Silence in deep excavation zones is broken only by rhythmic pulses of hydraulic rams pushing shields forward. We are now moving toward the midway point, where depth and pressure reach absolute peaks for this project. The engineering margin for error has shrunk to near zero, entering the most critical phase of crossing. At this extreme depth, structural shells endure constant, crushing embrace of 15 bars of pressure from the ocean. To prevent potential buckling, the inner steel lining is reinforced with high-density polyethylene insulation. Engineers monitor seismic dampers in real time as tectonic plates shift millimeters with every deep vibration. The cooling plant's capacity is pushed to limits, circulating chilled brine through miles of stainless steel coils. Logistics trains carrying fresh supplies navigate hazy tunnel atmospheres, guided by autonomous transponders and magnetic strips. Maintenance crews, working in silent coordination, use hydraulic torque wrenches to verify tension of structural bolts. There is no margin for fatigue. Technicians are monitored for thermal stress near the shield. The slurry removal system is enhanced with high-powered centrifuges to separate fine basalt dust from fluid. This waste material is compressed into structural bricks, utilized for ongoing construction of island ports above. As excavation progresses, the main fire suppression system is installed, featuring high-velocity mist nozzles every 5 meters. These nozzles are fed by pressurized reservoirs, capable of flooding sections with nitrogen in under 10 seconds. Electrical engineers begin final integration of redundant power grids, ensuring life support never fails during outages. Airlock systems between construction zones and finished sections are tested daily to maintain delicate pressure balances. Every weld on service pipelines is subjected to vacuum leak tests, searching for imperfections smaller than sand. We are precisely 48 hours away from the breakthrough point where two massive excavation heads meet. The final meters of rock-separating excavation fronts are stabilized with ultrafine chemical resin injections. This creates a solid, impermeable plug preventing sudden pressure surges when massive cutter heads finally touch. Laser guidance systems from both ends have confirmed alignment deviations of less than 12 millimeters across. A hush falls over deep assembly chambers as primary drive motors are throttled to lowest torque.
This junction, miles of concrete and steel beneath the surface, represents the future of the city's infrastructure, but serious questions remain about the cost.
With a final metallic groan, tungsten teeth bite through granite, opening direct paths between two nations. Air currents begin to equalize instantly, cool breezes rushing through apertures as pressure seals release. Boring machines are prepared for deconstruction, as massive shells remain embedded as permanent tunnel structures. Specialized cutting crews move in to dismantle internal motors, which are extracted through service shafts. This recycling process recovers nearly 40% of machine value while reinforcing breakthrough zones with steel. Next comes installation of secondary waterproof membranes, multi-layered polymer sheets acting as final failsafes. Every square centimeter of membrane is heat welded and vacuum tested to withstand a millennium of salt water. Behind the lining, permanent internal architecture takes shape, including emergency escape galleries and ventilation ducts. Massive concrete pumping stations pour final floor slabs, creating level foundations for the maglev tracks. Engineering focus shifts from excavation to complex integration of ultra-high-speed electromagnetic propulsion systems. Integration of superconducting magnets requires climate-controlled environments, filtering dust particles to sub-micron levels. Each magnet module is liquid helium-cooled, maintaining temperatures near absolute zero to eliminate electrical resistance. Technicians use robotic manipulators to align guidance coils, ensuring constant magnetic gaps at high velocities. Power supplies for this system are managed by decentralized battery arrays, discharging gigawatts in milliseconds. Every electrical junction is double shielded against electromagnetic interference, preventing disruption to sensitive sensor networks. As rails are finalized, primary communication backbones activate, linking tunnels to global satellite navigation grids. This allows real-time tracking of integrity, where AI brains monitor trillions of data points for anomalies. Ventilation shafts on artificial islands are operational, pulling fresh air through high-capacity HEPA filtration banks. These systems create pressurized environments that significantly reduce air resistance for maglev pods, optimizing efficiency. Engineers perform stress tests on emergency braking zones, using massive electromagnetic dampers to simulate full-speed stops. Heat generated during tests is dissipated through secondary cooling loops, preventing thermal damage to concrete linings. Safety crews conduct silent walkthroughs, checking luminescent emergency pathfinding lights that line the entire length. Every detail, from anti-corrosive paint on service pipes to vibration-dampening pads, undergoes final quality audits. We are now entering the commissioning phase, where first uncrewed test vehicles begin maiden voyages. This represents the dawn of transcontinental logistics, where oceans are no longer barriers, but high-speed corridors. The first maglev prototype accelerates smoothly, hovering on cushions of invisible magnetic force, defying friction laws. Data from thousands of sensors confirm structural shells hold firm with zero detectable vibration at velocity. This massive $200 billion undertaking is a functioning heart beating beneath the ocean's floor. It stands as a testament that with enough engineering audacity, geographical barriers transform into progress.
The sheer scale of the operation here is unprecedented, utilising the very latest in tunnelling technology deep beneath the city.